In a world of chaos and confusion, where logic often falls by the wayside, we find absurdity lurking around every corner, a twisted, surreal landscape that defies all reason. With its nonsensical rules and nonsensical outcomes, absurdity reigns supreme as we dance along on the edge of sanity, trying to make sense of the madness. But perhaps, in this world of absurdity, we can find a strange, twisted beauty as we embrace the chaos and revel in the unknown. Embracing the absurdity as our own. Chaos is a state of complete disorder and confusion, with no clear pattern or structure. It is a state of disarray and unpredictable behavior, often resulting from a lack of control or organization. Chaos can be found in both natural and man-made systems, and can lead to unpredictable and often destructive outcomes. In short, chaos is a state of extreme disorder and unpredictability. Well, how can we relate chaos with absurdity? Chaos and absurdity are often closely related, as chaos can often lead to absurd situations and outcomes. In a chaotic environment, logic and reason may no longer apply, leading to seemingly random and unpredictable events. This can create a sense of absurdity, as the world around us no longer follows the rules and patterns that we expect. Similarly, absurdity can lead to chaos, as the lack of logical order and structure can create a state of confusion and disorder. Both chaos and absurdity can create a sense of disorientation and unease, as they challenge our understanding of the world and our place within it. Absurdity may reign supreme because it is a natural consequence of living in a chaotic and unpredictable world. In a world filled with complex systems and ever-changing situations, it is impossible to predict or control every outcome. This can lead to absurd events and situations, as the world around us no longer follows the rules and patterns that we expect. Additionally, human beings often have a natural tendency to seek out patterns and meaning in the world, and when we are unable to find them, we may experience a sense of absurdity. In this way, absurdity may reign supreme because it is a natural byproduct of living in a complex and chaotic world. Is the reality really absurd though? The reality of the world may not necessarily be absurd, but rather our perception of it can be. Humans have a natural tendency to seek out patterns and meaning in the world around us, and when we are unable to find them, we may experience a sense of absurdity. The chaotic and unpredictable nature of the world can lead to seemingly absurd events and situations, which can create a sense of disorientation and unease. However, it is important to note that these experiences of absurdity are largely subjective and can vary from person to person. Whether or not reality is truly absurd may depend on one's individual perspective and experiences. In a world of chaos and confusion, Alice found herself feeling lost and adrift. She struggled to make sense of the unpredictable events that seemed to be happening all around her, and felt as though she was constantly being pulled in different directions. Instead of trying to fight against the chaos, she embraced it and let it guide her. She began to see the beauty in the randomness and unpredictability of the world around her, and found herself feeling more alive and free than she ever had before. As she embraced the absurdity, Alice found that she was able to let go of her need for control and predictability, and instead let herself be swept up in the flow of the world around her. She began to see the world in a new light, and found joy and wonder in even the most seemingly mundane experiences. One way to embrace absurdity is to let go of the need for control and predictability. In a world that is often chaotic and unpredictable, it can be tempting to try and impose order and structure on our experiences. But by letting go of this need, we can allow ourselves to be open to the unpredictable and seemingly random events that may occur. Another way to embrace absurdity is to seek out experiences that challenge our sense of reality and normalcy. This can include trying new things, exploring unfamiliar places, or engaging in activities that are outside of our comfort zone. By pushing ourselves out of our comfort zone, we can open ourselves up to new perspectives and experiences that may challenge our assumptions and beliefs. Embracing absurdity can also involve a willingness to embrace the unknown and embrace the idea that not everything has to make sense. By accepting that the world is not always logical and predictable, we can free ourselves from the constraints of trying to impose order on everything around us. By doing so, we can open ourselves up to a world of possibilities and discover a new sense of freedom and fulfillment. Rather than seeing absurdity as a negative or destructive force, it can be embraced as a source of beauty and wonder. By letting go of our need for control and predictability and embracing the unknown, and discover a sense of freedom and fulfillment that we may not have thought possible.